Hi, and welcome to Hoffman's Hot Seat. I'm Tom Hoffman at One-to-One Media. Joining me today is Ashu Roy, Chairman and CEO at eGain. Today we'll be discussing how companies can apply co-browsing to engage with customers and develop tighter relationships with them. Ashu, thanks so much for joining us today.
Good to be here, Tom.
So, Ashu, for decision makers who are unfamiliar with this term, what is co-browsing?
Co-browsing is a very simple and a very powerful concept. Imagine, if you will, getting into a healthcare website because you want to update some of your personal information on the insurance, and you are dealing with forms that you are updating, and you have a question about some field, let's say about some state-level coverage, and you are already through a 3-page form on page 2, and now you suddenly have this question. You have two options. On 90% of the cases, if you get into the help section of the website, chances are that you will lose the context of the web page that you're on, the form that you filled so far. Or you can pick up the phone in parallel and call the contact center of the health insurance company and try to ask a question about how to fill the form. Both those are pretty inconvenient options. What Cobrowse allows you to do is to click a button on that web page, assuming the business has enabled Cobrowse on the page, and have either a real-time web chat or a click-to-call conversation in real time with a human being on the other side, preferably some agent from the insurance company, who will then be able to see what you are doing on the web form that you are filling at that point, including the information you've filled so far, and assist you in that form-filling process, literally sharing that content, and ultimately you hit submit and you've just finished your form application. That is the promise and the experience of Cobrowse.
Okay, great. Thanks for spelling that out. Can you describe how companies can apply co-browsing to engage with customers?
When you think about the web and think of online customer experiences, there's been so much attention paid to what I call attracting people to your website, and not a lot of investment and focus on improving the experience of these visitors once they are on your website, particularly when they are ready to buy something from you or fill out a form or apply for some process. That's the best place where you can add co-browsing capability to your website, so that these visitors who are at the cusp of buying or getting into a relationship with your business do not get flustered and frustrated because of the form-filling process, which, by the way, in many situations, except for simple retail purchases, tends to be a complicated process. And if it's complicated for people like you and me, Tom, you can imagine how much it is for, say, somewhat older folks. And in healthcare, in financial services, in insurance, even in high-end retailing, that becomes a real point of attrition and what typically people call abandonment of the transaction. That's exactly where you can add co-browsing capability and save a lot of these customers from walking away from your business.
Can you point to an example or two of eGain customers who have successfully applied co-browsing?
Yeah, we have several customers who have deployed co-browsing. We have a large insurance company that has deployed co-browsing. And they are, in fact, a diversified financial services organization, so they offer insurance, they offer other banking services as well. And what they have done is added co-browsing capability behind the authenticated website. So once you log in as a customer, you are going through the website, and at any point, if you have questions, you can simply click a button and through a click-to-call process get a call back, either on your phone or on your PC, and at that point be connected through co-browsing with their agents. We have another customer who's in mutual funds space where they're using this for their 401k process for onboarding customers as they're looking to transfer funds from one 401k provider to this business, that they ensure if the visitor has any concerns or questions around the form filling process, they can click a button and get onto a co-browse session. What's interesting with both these customers are that they are offering the capability not just while you're on the website, but also when the customer is calling the contact center. So assume for a second that the customer calls the contact center of an insurance company, and while discussing their requirements, the the agent says, why don't I take you to the website and show you how to do this in real time? And that's something which you can do with Cobrowse, where the visitor can then go to the website and enter a small code which is provided by the agent on the phone. At that point, the agent and the customer are sharing and co-browsing the same web experience, and they can walk through the website and get the answers in a much quicker and richer way than they would over the phone.
That's great, thanks. And Ashu, thanks so much for sharing your insights and experiences with us today.
You're more than welcome.